As the war started by US and Israel in West Asia inches closer to the 2-week mark, conflicting statements have emerged from the American administration. This includes the US president himself. In the latest interview to American media, Donald Trump says that the US forces will strike Iran very hard next week. The statement indicates escalation in West Asia in the coming days. However, just hours before this interview, Trump reportedly told G7 partners that Iran is, quote, about to surrender. The US president said something completely different just a couple of days ago. Trump had earlier remarked that there is nothing left to target in Iran and that he can end the war anytime. Now, 2 days later, this latest comments and statements seem to suggest otherwise. In his most recent remarks, Trump has also said that the military operation is not focused on taking Iranian uranium, but he threw a caveat there. The president added that at some point America might take it. U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth's latest comments also mark a U-turn of sorts from the situation in the Strait of Hormuz. Hegseth says that there is no evidence of Iran laying mines in the critical maritime passage.
We've heard them talk about it, just like you've reported recklessly and wildly about it. But we have no clear evidence. We have no clear evidence of that.
On March 11, U.S. said it struck multiple Iranian naval vessels, including 16 mine-laying vessels operating near the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. Central Command even shared a video of the attacks. Hegseth even posted about the operation's latest strikes on social media platform X, saying that the vessels were struck at President Trump's order. But his latest comments now mark a shift from the earlier claims, raising questions on whether the attacks were all in anticipation. Dr. Volker Stanzel, thank you very much for staying with us and welcome back. You've listened to the statements being made by the president. You've also listened to the statements being made by the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. These are conflicting statements. President Trump is keeping the world in awe because he doesn't know when the war will end. He doesn't have an indication on when the war will end. In your own view, and paying regards to these statements being made by the president and also the Secretary of War, what do you think is happening?
Yes, what is happening? What is happening in the mind of Donald Trump? I must say that we are all trained to accept what the President of the United States is saying as valid news, as something that will happen or will not happen. In the case of Donald Trump, he has said so many things that never really became reality. He has not said things that then happened, like attacking Iran out of the blue. Hegseth has no other way but to try to explain later on why there are divergencies between what the president has announced and what then in reality happened. So I think from the quotes we just heard, we have no realistic indication of what the United States Armed Forces are going to do, whether they're already planning something or whether they're just waiting for the president to give an order, or if nothing is going to happen because Iran, in fact, might surrender or might not surrender. So we're in a world of vagueness, in a world of lack of knowledge, and in a world where even the United States president is not someone to be relied on if you want to know what is going to happen.
Fuel prices are going up, oil prices are going up, the world is worried. Asia, Europe, Africa is worried. There's a new leader in Iran. Israel says they're going to kill the new leader in Iran. President Trump says his army is going to Iran if possible. What do you think or predict will be the future of Iran and the United States and Israel?
You ask me for a prediction. That's a great compliment, thank you. We can only speculate. And if I am permitted to speculate, I'd say that Trump at one point will announce that the war has been won. When resistance both in Iran, from Iran, in the region, from the allies of the United States, the UAE and Saudi Arabia, becomes too strong, and mainly, of course, once the resistance of the American people and even the Republican Party becomes too strong, he will simply declare, I won the war. And Hexas, of course, will go ahead and celebrate the president. I think that is the most probable course things are going to take.
All right. Dr. Volker Stanzel, it's good to see you. Thank you very much for your insights and for talking to us, and also your prediction tonight.